Hey, I was going to make a whole video addressing this subject, but I couldn't think of any actually good ideas of how to make a good tribute. So I'll just mention it here so I can express how much this meant to me. But rest in peace, New Peart. Rush is one of my favorite bands of all time. New Peart is perhaps my favorite drummer of all time. So seeing that he's gone is such a complicated thing, especially considering he never actually spoke about having cancer to the public, which just makes it much more shocking. At least now, he can finally see his wife and daughter in heaven. I can't say much, I'm still kinda saddened by the news, and I don't even know what else to say, so I'll just end this here. Now back to the video. Okay, we have to agree that this decade was a rollercoaster when it came to mainstream music. We had years with amazing songs on the top of the charts, years with okay songs on the top of the charts, and years without songs in the top of the charts. Just sorrow. And that's why in this video I'll be ranking each year of this decade based on their Hot 100 #1 singles, from worst to best. The title says it all. I checked all the songs that reached the top of the charts throughout this decade. And now I'm ranking each based on how good or bad the songs were. I'm also including the 5 best #1 songs of the year and the 5 worst songs. So now, no more stretching, let's do it.
This is America.
Okay, in the bottom is 2018, which I not only consider it to be one of the worst years in music of the decade, but also one of the worst years in history. I never seen so many terrible songs reaching #1 in such a short period of time. Even good artists like Post Malone were making it bad with Psycho, which is probably one of his worst tracks. Of the songs in the 5 best of the year, the only song that's actually good of the bunch is This Is America. The other ones are okay at best. And look at Thank You Next. A song that I ranked the 3rd worst of 2019 is the 5th best of 2018. That just shows what a terrible year 2018 was. The sound that was predominant this year was resumed in bad attempts of making catchy chorals that sadly work. Which is why these songs are here. Some proofs? Havana. In my feelings, I like it. It had only songs that are catchy, but most of them are just incredibly bad. That year is just offensive to my eardrums. I'll just put in the trash and set it on fire. So I'll never see songs like this damn year again. Hopefully.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is full.
2017 2017 still was a good year for music, but compared to 2018 it was heavenly. The trend of bad yet catchy songs started here, but at least some artists such as Post Malone actually did good jobs doing this. Now others, such as Cardi B, again, DJ Khaled, Migos haven't helped me, and you guessed it, screw this shito, simply made me want to die inside. But to compensate the terrible songs, there was also some pretty good ones, such as Kendrick Lamar's Humble, and Post Malone's Rockstar and Shape of You, that a lot of you seem to hate, but to be honest, I really like it. It's just very overplayed, which is probably why so many people are pissed about it. But in general, it wasn't an oh my god, this year was so bad I want to jump off a cliff year. But it was a bad year. A few good ones to lift a little, but besides that, just weak stuff.
I'm singing like
2016 was the year that it all started to end. The first actually bad year within the #1s. There was, again, good songs such as Panda and Cheap Thrills reaching the top spot, but there also was some really bad ones, such as Sorry and Work, which hurts me to say it considering I'm a huge fan of Rihanna. This year was also the year that the #1 spot met break. That even though Work and One Dance aren't as bad as his 2018 songs, they're still pretty bad. And the best songs of the year had nothing of really extraordinary to them. It's just good songs that don't have much to say. With the exception of Hello, which was a great track, but it was more 2015 than 2016. So it doesn't really matter. There wasn't really huge reasons why the songs that were bad were like this. They're just underwhelming tracks. Acceptable tracks. But not songs that make me think this song deserves a #1 at the charts. Overall, disappointing year.
give your all to me. Who give my all to you. You're my
Now for 2014 in general, every single #1 song of this year had something common. They were all average. With the exception of the awful Pitbull song Timber and the amazing John Legend song All of Me, all these songs at top of the charts were average. Of course, some were better than the others, but in general they don't have much that truly adds to them. The Monster is good, but it's not really the best that Eminem and Rihanna offered together. Dark Horse is good, but at certain points it gets a little meh. Shake It Off, good, but nothing compared to Blank Space. Fancy, Rude, Happy, I don't know what people see in this song, cause it's not good. All About That Bass, I'm speechless. I think you guys understand what I mean. It was the first disappointing year of the decade. It wasn't bad, just disappointing.
Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Oh, that's alright because I love the way
2010, the first year of the decade at the 6th spot. 2010 was a good year in number ones. Most of the songs were actually fun. TikTok, Nothing on You, Raise Your Glass. All of these songs were just really fun and inoffensive pop tracks. Most of them already reached the status of classic nowadays. So I guess it's a good sign, right? However, as nothing is perfect, the 5 songs that are in the worst side of this list were indeed lacking strength. None of them were absurdly awful, but I could live perfectly without hearing them. Like a G6 and I'ma Be were definitely the only 2 songs that were straight up bad. I'ma Be is incredibly annoying, both lyrically and musically, and Like a G6 has a beat that is cool in the first minute. After that, it just gets boring, and the singing of the song isn't one of the best too. There are definitely worse songs around, but these are just bad. At least the other songs were nice, right?
Don't believe me, just watch. Come on.
In 2015 we had a total of 9 songs at the top of the charts. 3 amazing songs, 3 okay songs, and 3 bad songs. Uptown Funk, Hello and Can't Feel My Face are seriously great songs. 2010's pop at its finest. Especially with Uptown Funk. That song is amazing, by far one of the best number ones of the decade. Blank Space, The Hills and See You Again, pretty good songs. Nothing really extraordinary with them, but they're really fun to listen indeed. And Bad Blood, What Do You Mean and Cheerleader. Well, definitely better songs than the ones from previous years, but they're still not very good ones. Bad Blood is acceptable to a certain extent, but What Do You Mean and Cheerleader have no saving. They're bad songs. And due to that balance of songs as a whole, it makes a year that, despite not being extraordinary, holy crap I want to revive this year, it was still a pretty decent year.
We could have had it all.
Now the top 4, the 4 years of this decade that are actually great. 2011 was awesome, but it's out of the podium for 3 reasons. 1. Pitbull. 2. Maroon 5. 3. Calvin Harris. The early 2010s had definitely had a lot of amazing artists in its mainstream, but the ones that were bad sadly still shine through. Might be something that surely is something of his own, but that doesn't mean it's good, and the fact that almost all of his songs sound the same just skyrockets everything related to him straight to the bottom. Moves Like Jagger is definitely not one of the worst Maroon 5 songs, but knowing what a terrible discography Maroon 5 has, this doesn't mean much. It's catchy, sure, but not good. And We Found Love, Rihanna certainly tries to save that song with her flawless vocals. Those were certainly amazing, but the beat of the song is so bad and so annoying that sadly not even Riri can save the track. At least, these were the only 3 bad songs of the year. The rest was fire. I got so relieved to see that 2019 was a much better year to mainstream music than the 3 previous years were. In this year, we had a lot of diversity on the top. We had trap, pop, country, soulish pop, acoustic pop, hip hop, and Billie Eilish. Even the songs in the bottom aren't that bad. They're just, I do not like these songs, but if they're playing in a party I wouldn't leave. I've made a whole video explaining my opinion on each of these songs, so I think that won't be necessary here. But in general, a lot of these songs were much better than I expected, especially considering the tragedy that was from 2016 to 2018. A saving grace, definitely. 2012 was such an amazing year to pop music. Seriously, look at the songs that reached number 1 this year. Lock It Out of Heaven, Call Me Maybe, Diamonds, Somebody That I Used to Know, Stronger, We Are Young. Man, this year was awesome. So many fun, energetic, and beautiful pop songs. The 5 songs of the bottom might not be as great as the ones above it, but they are definitely not so bad songs. We Found Love and One More Night are the songs that kept this year from top spot of my list. But still, even with these 2 burdens, The rest of the year was incredible. Making a playlist with all of these songs and putting in a party would be something that would keep the party going and going in such a great way. Definitely an amazing year number ones.
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is
2013. Freaking 2013. Look at the songs in the 5 worst side. The only bad song there is Blurred Lines. This year had so many great songs that it even started to invade the worst songs part. For real, if it wasn't for Blurred Lines and maybe Harlem Shake, this year would have been flawless. Absolutely phenomenal. Thrift Shop might be a really weird song in its concept, but the beat is incredible. It's funny, it's an absolutely entertaining listen. Locked Out of Heaven is one of the best Bruno Mars songs, and War is perhaps Katy Perry's finest hour. It's one of my personal favorite songs by her. Wrecking Ball might be hated, especially due to its music video, but we have to agree that the song itself is incredible. Plus, the other songs like The Monster, When I Was Your Man, and Royals definitely contributed to this year become the best year of the decade in number ones. And that's today's video. What are your thoughts on it? What's your list? Share in the comments and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. My name is Marshall and see you next time.